This summer's been filled with a lot of movie watching, particularly movies that have been on my curiosity list for some time that just for one reason or another I never got around to watching. A lot of the time because it's not available on streaming, but I've been going to the best video store in the entire world, Movie Madness, a lot this summer, and, you know, really scratching those itches of films that have been on my long, dusty list, and one of those movies was Happiness, which is a great movie that I don't recommend to most people. And I don't know when, if ever, I will watch again. It's funny that a movie like that intense and shocking, and I mean, I just don't even know what to say. Like, a movie so one of a kind, and the nature of how disturbing it is. A movie like that has such a generic name as Happiness. But I think it's actually very fitting. I mean, every single character in that movie is striving toward happiness. And none of them will achieve it. Except for one character. And that is one last thing that I'll say if I'm doing this quick drive-by review with no details whatsoever, is that it has such a glorious ending. Like, with everything that came before it, that is the only way that that movie could have ended in such spectacular fashion. Fuzz? Fuzz? Sorry, my dog is barking at the air fryer. But it really got me thinking, you know, that movie being called Happiness. It's all these people in different strives for happiness and all the ways that they all come up short. All art really is rooted in the same sort of ultimate goal. Or at least the vast majority of it. We are heading toward fulfillment. In some ways, it's heading toward pleasure, but I feel like pleasure is just a subsect of the ultimate end goal of the life journey that then translates to the ultimate goal for any film. It's just fulfillment. It's just inner satisfaction. I remember one time in my theater class, I had my acting teacher, who I still have kind of hot and cold feelings about. She was giving some examples of, like, hierarchy of goals. And she asked, with the example of Hamlet, what is his highest goal? And I said, well, that would be to sort of find this internal state. Nope. She just cut me off. I love that. But then she said, no, his ultimate goal is to kill his uncle. I'm like, I still did. Okay, maybe on like maybe in like a pure literal sense, yeah, that is his ultimate goal. But the majority of the play is just Hamlet trying to work out his innermost peace. And failing spectacularly every time that he tries to talk about it. In his 17 soliloquies that are all extremely necessary, and not one of them could have been cut. Not one, because Shakespeare's stuff is perfect, and so we just have to love it. I don't hate Shakespeare, but seriously, Hamlet does not shut the heck up throughout that entire thing. But yeah, all of art, the end goal is the same, and it manifests itself in all these different, all these different representations of it, but it's all heading toward fulfillment. It's all headed toward internal satisfaction. I get the girl. I get the money. I stop the bad guy. You can view it as sort of, it's all also going away from the same thing, which is, desolation, internal emptiness. And there are some movies where that goal is not attained, or oftentimes in the best movies it's attained, but just not in the way that maybe you expected. and maybe not to 100%, you know? It challenges you as the viewer. The best art makes you feel the fulfillment that the character feels. Or feel absolutely hollow inside when it isn't attained. Sometimes I just get a real palpable sense of that. We all strive to be perfectly original in everything that we create. We artists, if I want to sound particularly punch-in-the-faceable. But there's only so unique that we can be, because we're all aiming it in the same direction.